Hello everyone, welcome to the third task from the Graduate Research Internship Program from the Sparks Foundation. The third task is exploratory data analysis on a data set that goes by the name of Sample Superstore, which can be accessed using this link. The objective problem of this data set, of this problem statement is, as a business manager, we need to try and find out the weak areas where we can work to make more profit, and also what are the business problems we can derive by exploring the data. Let's dive into it. First of all, I begin by importing the necessary libraries such as NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, Matplotlib, etc. Then I read the file as a CSV format and display the top 5 line entries of the data. Then I've come to find the sample.shape, which gives me that there are 9994 line entries with 13 columns. Then finding the sample info, which tells me what is the object type and if it has a null count. Then I find out the summary statistics, and this is the summary statistics. Again, I check to find the missing values and then checking for the duplication in data. If there is a duplication, I drop the duplication, and then again to cross check, I again find out the sample.nUnique to find out the unique number of line entries. Deleting the variable postal code, as this tends to repeat and hence it is not necessary for our EDL. We then find a correlation matrix between the variables. Between sales and sales, we see that the correlation value is 1 since it is the same column, and that is the maximum amount of correlation that can be had. We then found the covariance matrix, post which we find the head, that is the top 5 row entries, to see how the data is after removing the duplicates and the missing values. Next, we enter into exploratory data analysis, which is an actual task. We visualize the data on a histogram. Again, we find the correlation matrix, post which we find the histogram. From the histogram here, we see that none of the samples follow a bell-shaped graph as expected in normal distribution. Hence, none of our sample follow normal distribution. We then count the total number of repeatable states, and then we plot the states. After this, we find a pie chart. From the pie chart, we can see for binders, it has borne the maximum loss and the maximum profit. Whereas for copiers, we see it has borne the maximum amount of profit with no loss, but it is still lesser than the amount of binders. Next, we find the ggplot of the category of furniture, office supplies and technology, which using the ship mode, that is first class, same day, second class or standard class. From this, we can draw the inference that the maximum number of any of the products category, that is furniture, office supplies and technology, is preferred to be transported using standard class. Again, drawing the pair plot. From the pair plot, we can see that the data is not normal, as we have seen before also, and it can be attributed due to the outliers that are present. To explore more about these outliers, we use box plot. The sales from every segment of United States of whole data is plotted for subcategory versus count. From this graph, we can see that the home office segment has less purchase subcategories, and in that tables, supplies, machine, copier, bookcases has the lowest sale. Whereas consumer has purchased more subcategories as compared to other segments. Again, plotting subcategories versus count for the discount, we see this plot. We then plot the category versus the count for the sales for every region of United Nations or for the whole data. Then we draw a line plot which shows the discount. Again, importing the necessary libraries to make subplots, we choose certain states, that is Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, etc. and we try to plot it. We now try to analyze the sales of a few random states for each profit bracket and try to observe some crucial trends. Some of the few trends question that we would want to explore are: which product is making most profit, which product causes the most loss, and which product segments needs to be improved. From here we see for the states California, Washington, Mississippi, Arizona and Texas. Then applying a very popular machine learning algorithm which goes by the names of k-means clustering, we try to find the sales versus the quantity and we plot it for the various products or categories. After that, at the last, we plot a graph between sale and profit. From this plot, we see, from this plot as well as the clustering, we see in which state, in which category sales profit are high or less. We can improve that state by providing discount in where there is a lot of loss in the preferred range, so that the company as well as the consumer both will profit. So if we want to decide the range of giving the discount, we will have to do some technical analysis which goes by the name of factor analysis or neural network. This is end of the task 3. Thank you.